Whether on Christmas cards, in seasonal movies, or under the tree, one often finds trains intertwined with the Christmas season. I'm going to take you for a brief walk through the pages of history to find the connections between the Christmas holiday and the machines that connected the world. Prior to the coming of the railroads, the transportation of people and goods was done by foot, pack animal, wagon, or boat. Overland travel was especially difficult, with very few decent roads. While someone could do it if they had enough grit, travel was not for the faint of heart. It was not unusual for a person to live their entire life having never traveled more than 10 miles from the place where they were born. When the railroads came, the change was unmistakable. A journey from one city to another, which previously took a minimum of a full day, could now be completed in a few hours. Shipments of goods and packages to and from cities and towns was also streamlined. Just before the turn of the 20th century, companies like Montgomery Ward and Sears Roebuck offered an almost unending range of cataloged goods and products which could be had in a couple weeks' time with a mailed order form. These products, ranging from medicines and dry goods to entire houses in kit form, would be delivered primarily, if not entirely, by rail. It's no surprise that from the mid-19th century onward, the railroads became a major part of many people's Christmas. A family that lived in Pennsylvania now had the option to visit relatives in New York. A person in Virginia could have a gift sent to their cousin in Massachusetts. In both cases, the bulk of the transportation was by rail. For many people, such a journey was something that could be afforded only once a year, so these special trips were embedded into the memories of those who grew up in that time. Even through the 1920s, the railroads maintained this central role not only at Christmas time, but throughout the year. That being said, for those who grew up in the 1910s and 20s, going down to the train station to board a train or pick up a package in the days leading up to Christmas was a childhood memory not soon forgotten. Around the turn of the 20th century, trains began to appear in people's homes at Christmas time, albeit these were a little smaller. It was a tradition in many European countries to place a miniature village under one's Christmas tree, and people who immigrated to the United States brought this tradition with them. While non-powered models of trains likely appeared in these villages for some time, I believe it's a safe assumption that one year a family chose to incorporate their child's electric train into the village, and a new tradition began. Electric train sets were usually the big-ticket item under the tree, and oftentimes Santa Claus would present a train set by leaving it fully set up under the tree and ready to go come Christmas morning. As time progressed, especially into the 1930s and 40s, having a train circling the tree became a tradition for many families. The baby boom of the 1940s, 50s, and 60s saw a surge of interest in toy trains, and companies like Lionel answered the call. Untold numbers of little trains were circling Christmas trees in those days, and that kindled the fire for traditions that still run deep within some families. Even today, you can still find these trains running around the bases of thousands of Christmas trees on tracks ranging from a simple loop to elaborate displays that run well beyond the tree. As the 1950s rolled around, the railroad industry began to see a decline as competition from automobiles, trucks, and aviation began to get some traction. Railroads began cutting back passenger service, and more packages were delivered by truck instead. The little trains around the tree continued, but the space race of the 1960s shifted America's fascination skyward. Despite that, the memories many people had from their childhood of going down to the railroad station at Christmas time were turned into family traditions of going to steam railroads and taking a ride behind a steam locomotive just as they had long ago. Trains have been thoroughly entwined in the ethos of the American Christmas. With relatively recent films made about trains and Christmas, and family traditions of having a train around the tree or going for a train ride, the connections are still going strong. As we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, who came to offer the gift of salvation and eternal life with Him no matter how far we may have wandered astray, perhaps it would be worth starting a tradition with your own family or just for yourself. From personal experience, there's just something about a train at Christmas time.